Stargazers, get cozy. A time of breathtaking astronomical occurrences is about to begin. It seems as though the cosmos itself has chosen to put on the grandest fireworks show. Imagine the following: a brilliant comet slicing across the night sky, a solar eclipse that creates a ring of fire that will burn the horizon, an unexpected mini-moon unexpectedly entering Earth's orbit, and possibly even the explosion of a far-off star. These marvels are either about to happen or are currently taking place, and you don't want to miss a second of it. We invite you to join us at Space Theory and hit the like and subscribe buttons if you share our fascination for the universe. Let's now go deeper into this incredible lineup, beginning with the time traveler who hasn't seen in our skies in almost a million years. Are you prepared to go on this cosmic adventure? The ancient comets return. Let's go back to a period of nearly 880,000 years ago. Our ancient ancestors were most likely gathered around campfires back then, staring up at the night sky in wonder. They were observing the passing of a celestial visitor, a comet, that was traveling across the vastness of space, but they were unaware of this. In the present day, that identical comet is on the verge of making a spectacular comeback. Introducing Comet C/2020A3, Atlas, a star-traveling astronomer who is returning to provide us with an amazing display. It gets much more exciting from here though, since we're ready this time. With satellites in orbit, telescopes aimed upward, and even humans stationed in space, we're prepared to record its every move. And what do you know? From the International Space Station, NASA astronaut Matthew Dominic, one of our own, has already managed to get some incredible footage of this ancient wanderer. Imagine that a human being floating kilometers above Earth is seeing the same comet that once illuminated the skies for our distant ancestors. The crucial question at hand is where and when can you view this celestial show? Prepare yourself for some early mornings if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. Viewing of the comet is scheduled for September 27th to October 2nd. The caveat is that before sunrise is the optimum time to see it, so you'll need to set your alarm. Try to get a glimpse of this heavenly guest blazing across the sky by looking low on the eastern horizon. Not able to attend in the morning? Be at ease. The comet is getting ready for a second show. It will re-emerge in the evening sky on October 12th, glowing higher and brighter toward the west-southwest. Make sure to put this second showing on your calendar as it promises to be even more amazing. Now, your celestial spectacle begins a little later for our friends in the Southern Hemisphere in early September 2024. The comet will be dimmed in the pre-dawn sky at first, but over the coming weeks, it will become more noticeable before dawn and after sunset. To keep things interesting, consider this amusing fact: comets are as unexpected as a cat. Even if we have plotted the comet's course, we can never be certain. You see, comets' courses can be somewhat altered by the gravitational pull of planets and the solar wind. So, watch this space traveler closely and stay informed. He or she may surprise us. Solar eclipse annular. Next on our list of celestial marvels is an upcoming event that is expected to transform the sky into a scene from a science fiction film. The moon will pass between Earth and the sun on October 2nd, resulting in an annular solar eclipse, often referred to as a ring of fire. Let's break that down if you're scratching your head trying to figure out what that looks like. A total solar eclipse occurs when the moon totally obscures the sun, briefly causing darkness to fall on a portion of Earth. However, during an annular eclipse, the moon is sufficiently far from Earth to partially obscure the sun. Rather, it produces the recognizable ring of fire look by leaving a small ring of sunlight surrounding its borders. Envision a brightly lit halo encircling the black moon, formed by the sun's edges. Your breath may be taken away by the sight. A portion of the Pacific Ocean, southern Chile, and southern Argentina will be able to see this specific eclipse. Get ready to see one of the most spectacular astronomical phenomena of the year if you're fortunate enough to be in one of these places. Not where it should be. Not to worry. No matter where you are, NASA has you covered with a live stream of the event so you can follow along in real time. A brief safety reminder: always use appropriate eye protection when looking directly at the sun. Use sun filters or specialized eclipse glasses at all times to protect your eyes while you take in this amazing display of celestial lights. Later, your eyes will appreciate it. The new mini-moon on Earth, a space traveler. Let's now turn our attention to a visitor who is just as fascinating but not quite as flamboyant. Consider this, a temporary moon is ready to be picked up by Earth. Yes, a miniature moon. No, this is not another full moon of the same size as ours. This one is actually 2024 PT5, a little asteroid roughly the size of a bus. Even while it's not quite the enormous lunar neighbor we're used to, it's still kind of cool, right? This is how it happens. Occasionally, tiny asteroids fall near enough to Earth to be pulled in by its gravity, transforming into what astronomers refer to as a mini-moon. This cosmic hitchhiker will orbit Earth for 57 days starting on September 29th and be launched back into space on November 25th. The issue of the century is this: will Earth be struck by this tiny moon? You can breathe easily, so relax. Scientists tell us there's no danger since they've done the math. This small pebble is just going to come along for the voyage with us before it goes back out into space. Consider it as if it were a guest stopping into our community for a little while before moving on. Here's an unexpected twist. 2024 PT5 has some astronomers thinking it may be a fragment of our own moon that was expelled after an old collision. If that's the case, it would seem as though our moon is giving us a little memento and making a quick stopover. Unfortunately, due to its small size, this mini-moon will not be seen with the unaided eye. Professional telescopes will be required in order to get a peek of it. However, if you're interested in learning more about this celestial visitor, listen for updates from scientists who will be attentively monitoring its path. Fiery finale of a star, the explosive nova. Lastly, let's focus on this celestial lineup's spectacular conclusion. Imagine one night finding a dazzling new star where none had previously been visible. Doesn't that sound like something from a movie? It's not fiction, though. This is actually possible for T Corona Borealis, a variable star in the Corona Borealis constellation. The majority of stars burn fuel in their cores, much like enormous nuclear reactors. However, T Corona Borealis is becoming older. Now a dense residue of a star that long since burned out its fuel, it is a white dwarf. This is where things get fascinating, though. A red giant companion and the white dwarf are involved in a spectacular dance. Consider them as cosmic companions caught in a dangerously alluring push-and-pull relationship. Similar to a cosmic vampire, the white dwarf gradually absorbs matter from its red giant buddy. This pilfered content accumulates over decades until, boom. A nova is a tremendous explosion caused by a runaway fusion event. This explosion makes the star 1,500 times brighter than it would normally be, transforming it into a brilliant light in the sky. The exciting element, though, is that this process is unpredictable and occurs about every 80 years. The maximum brilliance of T Corona Borealis will only last a few hours after it finally erupts before it begins to diminish. Witnessing this phenomenon is akin to taking in a once-in-a-lifetime cosmic spectacle as the star abruptly brightens the night sky for a fleeting, magnificent moment. Thus, if you enjoy astronomy, be prepared for this amazing show and keep an eye out. The white dwarf will continue to draw on material after the explosion has subsided, resuming its flaming dance with its stellar companion. A universe in motion. There you have it, a collection of heavenly marvels that are sure to astound and motivate. These occurrences, which include the flaming solar eclipse, the unexpected small moon, the dramatic explosion of a far-off star, and the ancient comet rushing across our skies, are proof of the mysteries of our universe that are still being discovered. For all the most recent information, be sure to check back often at Space Theory. Remember to share, like, and subscribe this intergalactic adventure with others. You are in the front row of the universe's performance. Aim high, for the sky is going to astound you.